This is Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 11th meeting of the Michigan City Port Authority Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
To the July 20th Michigan City Port Authority Board of Directors meeting. I'd like to call to order. I'm looking for approval or corrections to the July 6, 2020 meeting minutes. July 11th.
Take motion to approve.
Second.
All right. Any comments from Phil? You have any comments for us today?
No, just come in to get out of the heat.
Oh, boy. Okay, reports from the Harbor Master, Mr. Frame.
All right, since last time, we had the 4th of July and the fireworks. We assist Melrose Pyrotechnics by taking the launch tubes out to the pier. They launch them on the outer half of the pier. So we take them out there in the morning, and then after the fireworks, we go out there and they load them back up on the barge and put them in their truck. So that was kind of a long day, but I think most of the boaters enjoyed the fireworks, at least the ones I talked to said they did. This past weekend, we had jet ski racing down here off the beach at Washington Park. On Sunday, we provided a scoring platform. They keep track of who's on what lap and all of that. So Saturday was too rough for us, but Sunday we were able to help them. I think it was a bigger turnout racer perspective wise than the Tourism Bureau was expecting. So they were pretty happy with that. And I think next year they're going to look at changing some things around based on the size that it was this year that they were a little surprised at. This coming weekend, there's Hobie Cat racing on the beach. I don't think it'll be anything near the size of the jet ski races we just had. This is more of a regional race, but then in September, they're going to have a bigger race where they should have more of a turnout. And I'll bring that up again when we get closer to September. Had a couple concerns from one of our boaters. He's concerned with the traffic flow down here, and on busy days, the delay, because you're waiting all the way out on Highway 12, which the way the traffic's set up, I'm not sure there's a whole lot can be done about that, but I want to pass that along. He was also worried about cameras and security. Related to the cameras and security, we added 4K cameras around the guard shack on the other side. We're going to replace the ones on the fish station with 4K. I've got some yet to add at the North Bathhouse. So we're upgrading all that stuff. And our security guard has been spending more time at the guard shack over there to monitor that lot. So hopefully that will help. And that's all I have, unless anybody has any questions.
Anything on the birds?
Haven't seen any birds. Don't jinx it.
The Coast Guard hadn't been able to do anything.
They need to get 3 estimates, and so far they've only been able to get 1.
Okay.
Because the other places just haven't showed up to give them an estimate.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody? We're all good. Reports from the Assistant Harbor Master, Mrs. Pilecki.
Nothing special, just very busy with the phone and taking work orders and whatever else the boaters need at this time.
And overnight rental.
Overnight rentals, what few we have, yeah.
Have we been able to find spots for them, or have we been having to put them in along the wall?
So far, we do the best we can at finding the spots, but still, like, the people that don't come in, we have to call them before we can rent the slip out, and it's a time consuming.
It's a process,
thing.
yeah.
It is. But we're doing okay with what we have so far.
Yep.
All right, anything else for Ms. Pilecki? No, we're good. All right. Mr. Haynes, claims and insurance.
I have nothing to report.
All right. Mr. Ferguson, What's in that?
It's,
Budget and financial.
Budget and financial, okay, his name's down, okay, that's why I skipped you, your name's not in the right spot?
I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, but you just messed it all up for me. All right, so budget and financial oversight.
We just have a bill to go over tonight. I think we all have this one piece of paper that Ray has been providing the last couple of meetings. It's very helpful. Why don't we just walk down those and see if anybody has any additional questions, and I'll make comment on a couple other things. Obviously, the total for these first couple of pages are the $172,000. And you can see some of the bigger ones coming down. Bulk transport that we talked about, forklift repair. Tim was talking about that a minute ago. There are two of those for about $14,000, $15,000. Coming down, water bill, landscaping, the weed treatment in the harbor for $7,744. There are a lot of middle of the road ones, but unless you have a question, pardon me? Unless somebody else, the big one down there is obviously from Petro Choice on fuel, $115,580, and that total comes down to $172,094.61. We've got some Edgewater and Larson Danielson under the capital. That's on page 3 of your other handout. Not that it doesn't detail that any particular more. Again, the total of those two for $76,000, half million. The Larson Danielson, is that close to the final billing? Do you know?
We still owe them a little over $200,000. We
Okay.
haven't got the bill for the
Okay. And,
emergency.
okay, then there's another, towards the bottom of your cover sheet, there's a $10,000, $137.
That's just in the small bills.
So just a series of the small, what do we call those?
They're just the small bills that were on the first page.
Right, and the total.
They're less than 2,000.
Right, less than 2,000 on the second page. Anyway, those are the totals. You hit the big hitters, forklift repair and fuel are the big ones, the big hitters. Unless there are any questions, I'll make a motion to accept the bills as they're stated and pay them.
Second.
Second. All good. All in favor?
Aye. That's all I have.
Mr. Messina's not here today, so I don't have anything to cover on board communications or special events. So so it's me, Port Operations Personnel. Me and Tim did make a trip down to the other bathhouse just to take a look, and there's some things that he's gonna get reconciled there. And then I didn't know that the keypad doesn't work, you have to have a fob to get in, so I got my fob corrected now, so I can get in. Other than that, everything else seems to be running pretty good. I haven't heard anybody complaining being sick, so it sounds like we got over past that part of it, so that's all I have, unless anybody else has any questions.
The other, if I'd like, the other bathhouse, anything real expensive, couple $1,000?
No, just some time.
Yes.
Thank you, that's all I had.
Which bathhouse are we talking?
Sprague.
Sprague.
Gotcha.
Yep. We noticed one of the shower heads was kind of drizzling, so it's causing an issue in there, so we'll get that taken care of. And that's all I have. Then we'll move on to Mr. Manor, Master Planning and Special Projects.
I have nothing for that, but I have a few things to say about the park board. They're going to paint a mural, or at least they're planning on doing it. It's not, I don't think it's passed yet, has it, Phil, painting that mural?
Well, we okayed it, but it has to go before the park committee.
Okay. Canada Park art mural, they're talking about painting a mural on that wall down there, just for our information so we know what's going on. Also, Notre Dame is going to be having a drone presentation that will go nationally, and the park board has allowed a small portion of the beach for them to use. We haven't really, they're not really publishing this locally because they don't want the people to be harassed and they don't want people over there messing around with them. But they're going to be filming this at Washington Park, and it's all about safety and emergency is what it's about. So that's something that you might see going on down there. So other than that, there are quite a few items on the park board, but I just wanted to get those out for public information for us and voters and stuff.
Did they give you a date for the drone thing?
Yes, the date is August the 8th.
All right, any questions for Mr. Mayor?
I just have just a comment, that since Bruce was talking about master planning and special projects, it just kind of dawned on me that now that we're going to be finishing up with $700 and $800 dock electrics, we still have the unfinished piece on 1, 2, and 3. I was wondering if there was any comment or any meeting or anything that we're thinking about on that yet, or we just taking a look at how we want to do that.
Yeah, we haven't pursued that very
We
far.
have some information from.
We have some, Colin and I talked about some preliminary stuff, but we've not got into it very far
Okay,
at this point.
okay. It's just trying to see where we are. I know that whether it happens this coming fall or year, it's just something we don't want to totally forget. We keep it all up to date.
This fall, they'll still be busy on the 700 and 800.
Right.
They gotta pull all
Oh, I
out.
thought they were
Finish that. That's
Jim's got that all taken care of. Give us a couple of days, it'll be all done, I think. All the new stuff.
just call Tim. All right. Anything else? We all good? All right. So advertising, public relations, Ms. Buchner.
I have nothing new to report at this time.
And the most exciting part of the whole meeting, the attorney report, Mr. Zachman.
I wish I had something exciting to report. I have gotten no update from my counterpart who's representing Blue Chip, so I'm assuming we're continuing to do their due diligence and their research and should have reports soon.
They're probably waiting for the DNR to give something back.
I suspect that's maybe a waiver of what they applied for in their permit.
All right. So we're all good there? Anything? Anybody else? No? Any new business? Nothing to cover there? Old business, they got wiped out.
Hobie Cat Ramp looks nice, the new one.
Thank you.
There you go.
I know that's a pain when it gets all busted up like that, but then got the events coming up and then putting everything together.
Well, it
Looks nice.
survived this last weekend fine. So as long as nobody drives a tractor over it, it should be fine.
Well, it must be those park board people.
Park
that
people.
Drive
Park
their
board
tractors
causes.
over.
Oh, you're welcome, by the way. All right. Any old business to go over? Anything there? Amanda, do you want to bring anything up? Because you mentioned something about the bathhouse, us checking that out, getting it cleaned up. Was there anything else you want to bring up? Okay. I just want to make sure I asked.
Not at this time.
Okay. All right. So we already talked to Mr. Freeze. Anybody else have anything else? Looking for that next motion to adjourn then.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second?